I think you're supposed
to. Hey guys, welcome to this week's Mastermind Marketing Masterclass, Super Masterclass.
Super duper masterclass.
I'm Alan Lazar, and we have our buddy over here, Anthony. Say your last name for everyone.
It's Anthony Della Carpini. Welcome to the show, guys.
Glad to have you on here. I say this all the time.
Yeah.
But do we have a show for you today?
Oh, for sure. This one's gonna be epic.
A doozy.
A doozy.
So today, tell them what we're talking about.
Today, we're gonna talk about the tools that you can use and implement today to 10x your reach. And what do we mean by that, Alan?
Where do I start? No, so 10xing your reach with tools other than ads, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So you got to know when you're doing marketing, when you're doing paid traffic, you need a variety of data points, softwares, apps, widgets,
all sorts,
tools to get the job done,
yes.
Right? So like you're here building a pyramid, right, Natalie? You got the labor,
yes.
You got the stone,
yep.
But like you need that tool. Well, nobody really knows how they built the pyramids, but I have an idea. I don't think they carried it. I think they had rollers and
like rollers. You know, they had rope. Some people think they use some
crane,
type of magnet
or aliens.
Alien magnets.
That could be a tool.
Yeah, that could be a tool. I mean, alien spaceship is a tool for travel.
Yeah. So that's a different. That's a different podcast. That's
we're
a
going
different
way,
show. Don't get me started about time travel. I had a friend once side topic. He's like, I love talking about time travel, and then I just that it doesn't exist. It's not much of a conversation. Anyways, so tools. Let's start with a tool, because give the people what they want to hear. What is and mind you, all these tools, we might not necessarily, because we're not branded with some of these, we're not going to list the name, but we're going to talk about what the functionality is on each of them.
Yeah.
So let's start off with one.
I want to talk about the big ones here.
Don't start with one. Start with whatever you want. It's your show. Go ahead.
No, I am going to start with one, but I'm going to talk. We're not going to mention a specific one, but I would like to talk about SMS. So a tool that we use is SMS messaging, which is text messaging for. In other words. So that is a major tool to reach a lot of people, and it is right in their pocket. Everyone has their phone on them all the time. That is a tool that we use regularly.
So why is it better? Give them a reason why it's better.
Why is SMS better?
Yeah, what's the advantage of SMS? People get SMS. People get text, right?
Every day.
You're going to look at a text more than an email.
Yep.
But there's consequences, right? Consequences are, it's in your face. You want someone to get pissed off. There's laws, right? So there's things that they got to opt in. You can't just start blasting people's texts. I have people that they'll say, hey, I got a 5 million text list. Do you want to buy it? And then we can promote. And I'm like, you can't do that. Yeah. Actually, I know some companies that are heavy in texting that actually allocate budget for lawsuits because they know they're going to get sued because there's hours, right? We're in East Coast, so imagine if we send a text at 9 in the morning, that's 3 in the morning in Hawaii.
Yeah, that's not good.
That's not good.
Nobody wants that.
So you have to, and then there's limitations, right? So limit is how much you could text.
It's 140 characters, I believe, around that.
Something like that.
Something like that. With great power comes great responsibility.
If you're mad at your ex, you're probably going to send a bunch of. Did you used to do that? You used to send a bunch of text messages?
No, I was normally I'm going to get this all done in one. Yeah,
he's okay.
Yeah.
Leave you on red. Yeah.
Yeah.
So SMS has worked really great for us because it's a huge open rate.
Yeah.
People look at text.
I think our numbers, we get about 81% of our text messages get opened and read, compared to email, which the greatest email on the planet typically doesn't go over 20-30%.
So know that. So when someone texts, when someone said they texted you, or you're like, I wonder if that girl or when that person saw my text. No, good percentage, 70-80%. So if anyone tells you, I didn't see that text, fake news. They just weren't into you.
Fake news. So with text messaging, SMS is a form of a message coming to your mobile device, And but there's also other types of SMS style things like ManyChat.
Yeah, we're going to take some callers.
Oh, yeah.
Do you want to give the phone number?
Yeah, so we're going to take callers today, 305-865-8668, 305-865-8668. And we will answer your question, do a little look over into something you want us to talk about. Just call us.
Just call us, man. Please.
We want to hear from you.
Just call me. Text me. 81. No, I get my number. So SMS is great.
Yeah.
Works well. Tread lightly. You need them to opt in. Build a campaign. Know the rules. Know the laws. There's some states that don't like automated texting.
No.
But it's effective, And it's like, I could tell you every time we do it, it's kind of like throwing a grenade. Like, we spend more time deciding if we're gonna do it or not because we know the repercussions. So we're like, hey, we have 200,000 people. I'm scared. It was usually it's literally like handling a grenade. Like, we are scared to do it because of the calls.
We've crashed a few sites from it.
We've crashed a site.
Your site's not optimized for that and you hit a big list, you better be ready for that.
So there's some features where you can delay text. Mm-hmm. And these are softwares. I'm not saying to go hire someone and start texting everything.
Yeah.
But tread lightly with it. Very powerful tool, but very effective.
Yeah. And another really effective tool, which we slightly just bashed because we brought in such a powerful tool such as SMS, is email marketing. That's another incredibly powerful tool that everybody should be using, no matter what. You need to have an email marketing. We actually have one of the best email marketing people in the planet in our office today.
Goes by the name of Frank Hearn.
Frank.
So interesting thing, some people don't like email marketing. So I know a guy, buddy of mine, his name is Joel Marion. And you got these people making six-figure days with emails, and a lot of people are like, oh, email is dead. But
he doesn't like it?
No, he loves it.
I was about to say.
No, yeah.
I've heard some of the things about him. I'm sure he loves it.
But a lot of people say that it's a dying industry. We use email all the time. Yeah, I don't open as much emails. But Gmail does a really good job, for example, of filtering out garbage. Do you use Gmail, Francisco?
Yes.
Or do you use at Venezuela dot?
Do you use it personally too, or just because our work one is Gmail?
No, personally.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Do you guys use Gmail?
I have AOL.
Of course you have AOL.
AOL.
I have Gmail.
Yeah. Really? Do you have AOL? You really have AOL? I thought that was a joke.
I used to use Hotmail.
Oh my gosh.
We'll
Don't have AOL.
We'll let you know Gemma's AIM account later too. So if you wanna.
Yeah, is it like lowercase, uppercase, lowercase?
Okay.
And you have a profile too, AOL profile? Wow. Well,
all right.
So email's great. Open rates are a lot lower, right? So you send 100 emails. You got to know your numbers. You am I opening 10%, 8%? How many people are clicking? There's a whole art form to it. I would like to do an episode just on email.
Oh, we will for sure.
Because there's a whole strategy on how to get it out of promotions. So in emails, there's a promotion section, there's a spam section, and you want to be able to be in your face, right? So there's things you can do to avoid. There's no set strategy for it.
Yeah, for sure.
So email's great. Build a list, super important. It's not dead. It is alive and well. Are there better ones right now? Sure, but you have to hit them from everywhere.
From everywhere. And the two things that we just talked about is they're still relatively paid type of services as well. I know we kind of briefly said we were going to talk about things that aren't paid. A great thing, which I didn't actually believe in too much until I started working here, and that's with the omnipresence of the internet with Grant. So Grant has us everywhere. He was like, I want to be on Squarespace, Yelp. You would think that we don't need that. Like we have a Carden University sales training. Why would we need a Yelp review, or why would we need a Squarespace? What it does is you have these huge companies that SEO towers over others, and you can create profiles in these type of places and then give yourself a presence where people aren't typically looking for that, but it'll get your name out there. So then when you hit them there, and then you can hit them with your SMS, your email, any other type of advertising, it just helps put a little power behind that as well.
So this is part of adapting in marketing. So I was having a interesting conversation with this really, really top level marketing guy today. And he was telling me that nowadays when you can do a lead conversion, like let's say you're selling something and you got to give them a call and they opted in.
Yeah.
Before you could call back in an hour. Now the conversion, we're so, our attention span is so short, like you need to call them within 8 minutes.
Yep.
And 4 years ago, it was 1 hour. So everything now is like, you have to adapt. You can't just sell necessarily right away. So that's why the omnipresence, it's like you need 4 or 5 touches. You need to hit them there. They need to go in Fox News and see your ad there. They might go on Snapchat and see you over there. They might not buy on Snapchat, but that could have been the deciding factor that they went onto Google, which I do, right?
Yeah.
I refuse to click on ads. So I'll see this, I'll see that there, and then I'll go, let me go to fashionnova.com and see if they got that new jumpsuit that I want, right? So I'll just go to fashionnova.com. But they're in the marketer's eyes, they're like, oh, this person just searched us.
Yep.
But no, he probably saw me on the Snap up with, Bad Baby with the Fashion Nova ad. And I'm like, now I want to buy it.
Yeah, and that's really powerful. And a lot of people, you can piggyback off of other big companies that are doing this. Like Grant, for instance, has been on this watch kick, he's always been on a kind of a watch kick, but he's been really actively, I wonder who influenced him, but he's been really actively looking at watches over the past week. And man, even when I go to lunch and I pop on Instagram, my personal stuff, I'm getting ads because I'm in this IP address.
Yeah.
I'm getting ads from every watch company, and then I'm getting ads for Rolls Royce. I'm getting ads for Maserati.
Yeah.
Things
I think that's me. I think that's.
But I don't look that
watches.
stuff up. But we're all on the same IP address. But they're oh, there that goes. But they're targeting us. They're based off of those type of preferences.
I'm not picking that up.
It's gone. They're targeting us, and they're retargeting, or they're looking into those type of keywords, and they're bidding for them because. Thank you so much, Natalie. They're bidding and targeting based off of those type of searches. So like what you're saying, just because you're showing somewhere that might not actually actively convert or make a click or whatever, you're in their mind, and then you can show and piggyback off of those type of things as well.
Omnipresence. If you can afford it, it is a little expensive thing, but it's a long-term play.
Yeah.
And as crazy as billboards, like who would have thought? Like I used to be so anti-billboards because it's like, we could spend that money on ads and see conversions, but it's shifting to a place now that you have to be everywhere.
But at the Growth Conference, at our event, if you want tickets, 10xgrowthcon.com/VIP, we have a great experience. But at that event, how many people came up to you and were like, or that you talked to in passing were like, yeah, I saw the billboards?
None. No, a lot.
Come on. I was about to say almost
Zero.
every single person. I couldn't even go to the gym with a 10x shirt on and people being like, "Oh man, I saw it with the billboards." Is that the same thing? Like everywhere, like
it was
every person. And you would think like a billboard, they're typically cheesy and they seem dated and stuff, but I guess they work.
And you know what? You can reach a certain person that you wouldn't reach elsewhere. Like there's like high level executives that are not on Facebook, not on Instagram, that drive on the 95 freeway over here and will see Grant.
Yeah.
Or they'll only watch CNBC. Like we have ads running on CNBC.
Yep.
We've actually gotten really big deals from there. And like that's the only place they saw Grant. And it's like, how could you have not seen him elsewhere?
Yep.
But people just don't go on certain things, and you'll be surprised. You'll just be surprised on how well that works. What else do you want to talk about, man?
You know what? How about promoting using lists from other places?
Man,
like
that's
that?
very good call on that.
Yeah.
So what does he mean by that? So let's say you have an email list, and you're like, what can I do? I hit these people every day with content or email subject matter or whatever. You can take that list and build audiences. Is that what you're talking about?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
You can build audiences on Facebook, build an audience on YouTube, Google, and that's kind of the whole cross promotion.
Yeah.
Based on other people, other.
Yeah, you can
places,
build them,
maybe.
drop them in there. You can use that exact list to retarget, or you can build lookalike audiences, similar audiences, and that will help extend your reach. But there's a lot of. It's not just these email lists. It's not just these sales lists that you're getting. LinkedIn, for instance, you run a small business. LinkedIn actually allows you to download all your contacts.
Yeah.
Emails, phone numbers, first name, last name.
That's huge.
That's huge. You can pull, it depends on your connections, you can pull hundreds, if not thousands of contacts from there. Call them, email them, text them. But you can also take that, put it into a Google Sheet or into the Google ad platform, or you can put it into Facebook ad platform and target those people as well. And then you can do a very specific ad to them. Hey, we're connected on LinkedIn. Why aren't we connected here? Or however you want to go about it.
So another cool feature, Natalie, Restrepo, is Ringless voicemails. Whew. Now, I used to use Ringless voicemails. I had it more than 10 years ago. And it was a perfect way to call, let's say, someone like Francisco. I didn't want to talk to him, but I wanted to know that I called him and I left a voicemail, because it avoids the ringing, so he won't even see the phone call. Yeah. He'll just get the voicemail. Dude, awesome. And then I would leave a voicemail. I'd be like, dude, I know we were supposed to talk. I tried calling you, man. I'll talk to you another day. And then be like, man, I don't know. I had good reception.
Yeah.
So now that you can actually use that for marketing, where it's less intrusive than an auto dialer, which one of the...
I wish those robodials
Yeah,
were
robodial is legal. Only it's on the list, but I don't even recommend it because you're going to go to jail. It's very aggressive. You're going to get sued. I know people, like I said, I know people that account for it. They go like, oh, if I do this and 20,000 is going to go to legal fees. And so people, like the big guys, account for it. It's good, but it's very aggressive. But the Ringless is a little bit better because it's a voicemail. Now, here's the problem. I don't have a voicemail on my phone. And when I did, I don't check it. Because I'm like, if it's important, they'll text me, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, the voicemail messaging is really great, but Natalie and Gemma can agree to this. It's very great if you have a way for them to inbound call you. Because more than often, people don't even listen to it. They see that they have a missed call and they have a voicemail, and then they just call it back. And they try and communicate with Natalie or the rest of the team. So speaking of calls, we have one.
Go ahead.
We have Donnie in New York.
Donnie in New York. What's up, man?
Hey, my name is Danny from New York.
Danny.
I have a question. I really like the idea of the ringless voicemail.
Yeah. Okay.
Program could I use for a ringless voicemail? Because I don't know really anywhere where I could get a program to do that type of stuff.
Oh, you said what type of what program?
Well, what kind of industry are you in?
I'm sorry?
What kind of industry are you in?
I am in selling digital products for stock trading.
Okay. How's that coming along? Is that doing good?
I'm sorry?
Okay, so your question is what software? So actually, that's actually one of the points we were going to talk about. So we have a product that we've been using. Donnie?
Yes.
So we have a product that we've been using, and we built it internally. We've been using it for a long time, and actually we just started. We're allowing it for the public.
Yeah, it was a little bit intense, and it was we had to work out all the or make it user friendly for people outside, and we packaged it into a great deal. But we have happy to announce that we have launched.
Wasn't going to talk about it, but we could talk about it.
You're not going to talk about it?
I know. I said I wasn't going to talk about it right now, but we could talk about it.
Well, we got to talk to him about it because he's asking what software to use.
So,
Donnie.
So Donnie, we have a program. It's actually it's really fresh. It's 10x. It's called 10x Outreach.
10x Outreach.
So it's a software that we use internally. It actually does exactly what we just talked about. Actually, the perfect time to talk about it.
Yeah.
It does emails.
Yes.
It does SMS, and it does ringless voicemails.
It does. All three of the things that we have touched on, it does. And you know what? Not only does it do it, it does it unlimited.
Yeah. And that's pretty wild.
Yeah,
Honestly,
in the
when I saw
this,
marketing world,
So it's one fee for the software, and I don't have to pay for every time I do a ringless voicemail or text message.
there's no additional fee. It's unlimited. And what's even I don't know how savvy you are with computers and setting these up, but it's a bit intimidating for people. It's like, oh, okay, now I got to set up an email sequence or email blast or SMS blast, or I'm not a copywriter, I don't know the right thing to put, all this kind of stuff. This comes with a client performance manager in our office that's going to be assigned, right?
Yeah.
They'll be assigned where they will say, like, what's going on? Let's build this out. How many people in this contact? We got 4,600. Let's get your phone ringing. Let's get you some leads. So I think the software alone is great. I think with this client performance, someone who's literally doing this all day, it's like having someone you're paying $7,000 a month for to help you build these stuff out. It's like a no-brainer. And it's a proven, we would never offer this if we haven't been using it ourselves.
Yeah.
Actually, to be honest, up until recently, we were paying for all these text messages.
Yeah, we were.
And this is like, as soon as we worked out a deal now where it's unlimited, it's insane. Like normally, let's say a normal SMS blasting software, you could spend $800
every time.
One email blast. One text blast.
Yeah.
So, is he still on the phone?
Yeah.
Oh, does that kind of answer your question?
Yeah.
I'm here. I'm
What's
just
the
listening.
website? Give him the website.
And if you want to go check it out, learn some more, and sign up, you can go to grantcardone.com/outreach. So that's grantcardone.com.
grantcardone.com/outreach.
Yes.
Got it. No, that's awesome. Thank you.
What's the name of your company?
The name of my company?
Yeah.
StockSnipers.com.
StockSnipers.com. Cool, man.
Sounds good.
Are
man.
you coming to the business boot camp?
I'm coming con and boot camp.
Woo.
Awesome, man. Awesome.
It's awesome.
I love what you guys do. Keep it up, man.
All right, man.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
That's a nice guy.
Oh, what a nice guy.
I should have asked him for a Yelp review.
Yeah.
You would have wrote us a good Yelp review. So yeah, actually, that's 10x Outreach is a great tool. So far, everything that we talked about, it does all encompassing.
Yeah.
There's a couple of things I would love to talk about, if that's okay with you, Anthony.
I'll love it. We can get more into. We'll give you more information about this outreach a little bit later, but let's get into this.
So, I think an important tool to have, Anthony Della Capertini,
Yep.
is analytics software. So it could be Google Analytics.
Yes.
Very important tool. I think a software that you can build audiences from, build stats. They call them BI software, right?
Business intelligence.
Yep. I didn't know what it was. I just knew it as BI.
BI.
And so these softwares will show you how long you've been on the phone, how long the person was on the page, heat maps, something that, like, on a more advanced level, when you start building pages, it will show you where, what's the best way to describe it? It'll show you where the action is, like where they're looking, what they saw before they left.
And what they get held up on the most, what they click on. There's all sorts of things that a heat map can show you.
So we found out, like, we had an issue a couple weeks ago that we're like, man, so many people are going on the site. What is going on? So we put up a heat map and we saw that everyone was gravitating towards the terms of service.
Yeah.
So that means, like, there was something on the page that they wanted to read more about that it didn't set, that said, for example, cancel anytime. So we fixed the heat map by saying cancel anytime because they had to read the service.
Yeah.
There's
something that was too good to be true, or there's something that just didn't look right to them. So they were clicking terms and conditions and trying to figure out any loopholes.
So heat map's going to say a lot.
Yeah.
It's going to show you where the attraction is, where like sometimes somebody can throw them off, and then they're like, oh, over here, and then they bounce out of the page. So heat maps are really important. Softwares like Google Analytics are huge. Sometimes, like, I'll give you an example. You want to know what's converting, right? So YouTube compared to Facebook, and then what if your YouTube traffic is getting average 6 minutes on your page, as opposed to Facebook, it's half the price, but they're only staying on for a minute and a half.
Yeah.
Like, these are things you have to make a judgment call. It's no longer cost per click and all that. So you need these like softwares to like give you some better insight.
Yeah, because the more insight you have to, because we're talking about expanding your reach. Like, you'll know which from these analytic tools, you'll know the type of audience that you need to put the fire behind, and then that'll just help like really expand into that audience and that and get that reach. We have another caller now? Okay.
Oh.
Cool.
So another cool tool on Shopify is there's a tool that I like to use. I'll give you the name. It's called Recart.
Oh yeah.
You'll make 10-15% extra just from, if you have a Shopify store and you're not using Recart, just download the Recart and send me some money, because you'll just make 10-15% more money just off that software. It's free. No, it's not free. Yeah. It's a free software, but what happens is it's a retargeting. So, Gemma, let's say you go to Kylie Cosmetics, right? And you're checking out the new Kris Jenner lip kit, right? And you don't buy it, you added it to your cart, and it's gonna send you a Facebook message saying, hey girl, buy now, 10% off, yes. Oh, and then you click on it, and it has high conversion.
Yeah,
it's a high conversion. It's not really an ad because it's not run through Facebook Ad Manager. Although you can do the similar thing through that, but it's a Recart. It's an app. It's super easy. It's kind of a no-brainer, and it's a tool. Works really well. You like that one? There's another one on Shopify. It's the wheel. It's so stupid. I don't know if you've ever seen the wheel. Wheel works. So right before you're about to exit off the page, you're like, I'm not buying anything.
Yeah.
Then like this Wheel of Fortune wheel comes up, and he's like, spin this wheel. So you spin it, and it's like $5 off, 20% off. Wheelio.
Yeah.
Dude, it's so dumb, but I always spin that wheel, no matter what. And then sometimes it's like, damn, I got 20% off. Let me buy something.
Yeah, like gamification's big. If you can do it in a smart way on your website and it makes sense, don't just throw a wheel on your website for no reason, but try and make it make sense. And
I will spin that wheel. He's saying don't do it, but
no, I'm saying do it.
I'll spin that
I'm saying
wheel.
do gamification. If it's gonna make sense for you, for sure.
Yeah. So another one is a tool we've talked about in the past, and I'm not here to promote them, but they are a pretty decent software. It's ClickFunnels.
Oh yeah.
ClickFunnels is a tool. It's a page builder tool, right? He's been at all of our growth conferences.
Yep.
It's a great tool to build. It's pretty cookie cutter. It's easy to build. Yep. I think the best feature on it is they have this one-click upsells. So it's the ability just to click and buy without having to do anything else. On future purchases. So with that ClickFunnel, you can send, we call them sticky pages. So you can send an email saying, hey, you looked at this in the past, buy it. And then when they go on it, back to the page, they can just one-click purchase.
Yeah, because it saves all the card information.
Saves all the card information. It's intense. And ClickFunnels does a very good job at that.
Yeah, very good. ClickFunnels is great. And then any other landing page builder that you can use that's very quick. We use another one called Unbounce as well for very quick. Grant will announce something in the show and say, hey, I want a page for it in 5 minutes. And we will build those pages. And any way that you can, whatever landing page builder that you can use that can be turned over really quickly and get your product from idea to sale, the better. We have Unbounce, ClickFunnels. There's tons of them out there, but those two are definitely the leaders for that.
Yeah. in all honesty, I think a lot of these, like, I think you could do well with Google Analytics. If you have a Shopify store, definitely do Recart. ClickFunnels, it's a bit intimidating. So if you, I mean, there are people that will build it out for you.
Oh, for sure.
But you can do that and optimize and do all that fun stuff. But this 10x, let's go back to 10x Outreach.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't going to talk about it too much, but we'll talk about it. It's recently launched. It is a software that it's all encompassing, does voicemail marketing, SMS, email marketing,
Analytics
and reporting, which is huge.
And it's inside of its own marketing platform too, so it's all nice and clean and easy for you to use. And it comes with a person that will actually help you use it.
I think that's the money.
That is for the price.
How much is it?
It's $9.97 a month, which, I mean, think about somebody's salary. Like
Just think about
run this
texting
for
one
you.
person.
Or
I
texting.
mean, 6 months ago, Frankie boy, we were paying $800, $1,100 a blast to text someone. Now, let's say you don't have as big as a list of us, but let's say you paid $150 each time.
Yeah.
Dude, you're going to do that twice a week. Just in savings, and you can't, by the way, you're going to pay SMS. Yeah. Like, we worked the deal that you're going to not have to pay. It's unlimited for you.
Yep.
But
the voicemail marketing is unlimited. SMS is unlimited. Email marketing is unlimited. Analytics and reporting is included. And it's all in one easy-to-use platform with a marketing performance manager, your own manager for this platform, at $9.97 a month. I had to read this like 4 times to make sure it was real. And it is very real.
Wild.
It is wild.
We did a soft launch on it to some of our current customers.
Yeah.
Great reviews.
Amazing reviews.
We've been onboarding a lot of new hires in this department, trainings, super high. Like, these guys will make your phone ring. Like, we will set it up. You go in there, even though it's user friendly, this whole stuff is, this whole thing is intimidating.
Yeah.
You're like, I don't know this, man. I just made this squatty potty. Like, how do I know how to sell it?
Yeah.
Leave it to people that are gonna help you, and marketing people. Marketing people can cost you $80,000, $150K. And this person in marketing performance manager is actually more qualified because they're doing this across multiple industries.
Yeah.
So that they can say, hey, I know you only have a list of 4,000, but let me tell you, I have someone else in exactly your industry. They have 86,000, and we crush it twice a week. We do this, and this, and this. Yep. The data alone, you should just pay as a consulting fee. Because they're going to say, don't do that. It's a waste of time. Do this. I know your list is small. This is what X is doing to grow their business more. They do handouts. They do this. They do opt-ins. So, like, who knows? You might even get me and Anthony on the call, too, to help you out build something.
Yep.
I mean, I wouldn't mind doing that. If somebody signed up today, I'd help them out.
Yeah, we're going to be heavily invested into this, and so you're going to see all.
Maybe that's not a good sales pitch. They're like, dude, I don't want these guys anywhere near my marketing or text list.
I mean,
what do I know?
We're not in front of the computer doing our thing right now.
Like, what do I know, right?
Well, the whole point of this 10x outreach thing is for people to spend more time on their business and less time on some platform that isn't their business and their actual job and their passion. Let us do that for you. And at this fee, good, like you were saying, consulting. Good luck even getting a consultant at $9.97 a week, let alone a month. At this capacity, I mean,
no,
not a chance.
No.
But it is with grantcardone.com/outreach. grantcardone.com/outreach, and you can check out all the information that we talked about there and some more. I'm sure we left out. There's a lot of paper here.
So let's talk about some other juicy things. Gemma, let's talk about GrowthCon. So, good news, we don't know where it's at.
Yep. Great news, we don't know when it's going to be.
But you just got to figure it out. Commit now, figure it out later. there are talks that it's going to be way more exclusive.
A lot more.
Like I heard the number last year. How many did we have on the field?
No, 4,800.
So
3,800.
3,800. I think we're under 1,000.
Under 1,000 this time.
That's wild.
That is very.
So right now we're only selling VIP, Premier, and Diamond.
You know what?
That's the only ones you guys should care about, to be honest with you. You got to pay for proximity. I mean, for what it's worth, I'll be down there.
So will I.
And I mean, it's going to be great. I think I love Growth Conference, but I equally love Business Bootcamp. Yes. We have one coming.
July 12th to the 14th.
Best 3 days of your life.
Yep.
Call in, get a
Literally, it's wedding day, close second, bootcamp day. Like, that's how important it is. It's life-changing. Yeah. Probably more life-changing than a wedding, to be honest with you.
It'll help you financially
and all that. I'll tell you that. Financially, yeah. One's going to cost you money. One's going to make you money.
Yeah.
And one will probably stay longer than the other. No. A little joke there. Yeah, we're taking phone in or to get a deal. Call Natalie or Gemma, and we'll lock you in. 310-777-0255. 0255. Boot camp, got to do that. Anything else exciting?
Where are they you're gonna call in for the boot camp. But if you want a glimpse at what a boot camp is like, we have a little hour-long clip for you that you can stream. It's at grantcardonebootcamp.com/free. grantcardonebootcamp.com/free, and you'll get an hour clip about boot camp, and there may be some discounts down at the bottom of that page too, but you have to go there and find out.
Somebody's asking, should you guys make a marketing university?
We should, and we are probably going to.
Yeah, so we have who?
Uziza.
Uziza.
The name.
Oh, cool. Yeah, so we actually are comprising a dream team in marketing.
Yeah.
Like we have Frank Hearn wandering around the office right now. And I think we know the importance of it. In Business Bootcamp, we spend a whole day in marketing. Mm-hmm. That's why I like it. I mean, I'm there, super, super high-end stuff, big people. And networking alone is insane. The networking alone is pretty wild. Mm-hmm. Is there anything else we got cooking? No,
yeah,
that's it.
We have
Grant's World Tour.
Grant's World Tour.
So Grant will be traveling Australia. I don't even want to go through the names. It's a ton of places.
A lot of places.
Oh, we have a 2-day sales intensive training. Call us and say like, hey, this is what I'm at. This is what I need help with. Yeah. I saw Alan. He was on there. He was talking all this jazz about all these things. Talking to jazz.
You can go to grantcardone.com/events, and you can see the whole list of his world tour. You can see the boot camp, the masterclass, the deep dive, the sales summit, the stages, the 10X stages, all these events. You can see where Grant's going to be from now until next GrowthCon. All on grantcardone.com/events.
Super exciting stuff. Once again, thanks for joining this week's Marketing Mastermind Masterclass of Mastery. Have a great day.